Sam paused at the forest's edge, watching the morning light filter through the trees, casting a golden glow on the world within. It was beautiful yet haunting, each leaf shimmering with a freshness that seemed almost magical, as if the forest itself were alive and aware of its own beauty. The air smelled of earth and damp moss, tinged with something ancient that felt both familiar and foreign. As he stepped into the underbrush, the symphony began soft at first, like a whisper of leaves brushing against one another, then swelling into a chorus of rustling branches, chirping birds, and distant animal calls. Each sound blended seamlessly with the others, creating a melody that seemed to rise and fall with his heartbeat. But there was something else too, a stillness beneath the sounds, a presence that lingered in the background, hidden yet unmistakably there. He moved carefully, taking in every detail, feeling as though he were walking through a dream. And then he heard it, a faint whisper, so quiet he almost mistook it for the breeze. The voice was soft, lilting, speaking a language he didn't recognize but felt he understood. He froze, his skin prickling. His eyes scanned the trees, expecting to see someone, but there was only the dense wall of greenery, the shifting shadows cast by the sunlight dancing through the leaves. "Who's there?" he called, his voice trembling slightly. The forest stilled in response, and for a moment, even the birds seemed to hold their breath. Then came another whisper, closer this time, echoing through the trees like a half-remembered lullaby. Sam's heart pounded, a strange mix of fear and fascination urging him forward. He took a cautious step, then another, feeling as if invisible eyes followed his every move. The whispers grew louder, weaving around him, filling his head with fragments of stories, images of people long gone, and memories he didn't recognize. Faces flickered in his mind, smiling children, wise elders, warriors wrapped in cloaks of leaves and vines. He could almost hear their voices, murmuring, laughing, crying. It was as if the forest held the collective memories of every soul that had ever walked among these trees. As he reached a clearing, he saw it, a great, ancient tree, twisted and gnarled, standing tall in the heart of the forest. Its bark was carved with symbols, etched deep and old, glowing faintly in the dim light. The whispers coalesced, growing louder, urging him closer. Drawn by a force he couldn't resist, he reached out, placing his hand against the rough bark. The moment his skin touched it, his mind was flooded with images, memories of lives long gone, of people who had come to this forest seeking wisdom, sanctuary, redemption. He saw visions of ancient rituals, heard chants echoing through the night, felt the warmth of fires that had long since burned out. Then, just as suddenly, it stopped. The whispers faded, the visions disappeared, leaving him alone in the silent forest. Sam took a shaky breath, feeling the weight of the forest's secrets pressing against him, filling him with a sense of awe and responsibility. He stepped back, his heart still pounding, and turned to leave. As he walked out of the clearing, he felt a gentle breeze brush against his cheek, as if the forest were bidding him farewell, a promise that he would be welcomed again if he returned. The whispers had quieted, but he knew he would never forget them. The forest had spoken, and he had listened, forever changed.